serving in Indonesia. A large number of you would have seen it trending, the video, on social media.
Yeah, hello my people. Now, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I greet you all according to your time. Yeah, my people. Now about this video when I make yesterday. So this one is the update about diplomat man and that was seriously beat in Indonesia. So now, not say when I make that video yesterday, I talk and say I don't know the reason why they beat the man. So now the update don't come why the reason why. So those two white men there, those two Indonesian men are immigration of police. So when they ask the man document, so why make me come back to make this video say this one now? That is they react the foreign minister of affairs, something like that. I don't say I don't know their name. So in come out come explain what it happened. So but waiting make me now come still come out make this very video again. Say they say if God want a person, that's true person, now they use. So me I happy say because this kind of a thing, imagine if they can do this to a diplomat man, person when they send go there make it go they work. If they say maybe say you know present a document, the issue would be like this. Just imagine person will say no even get at all. So this one I wait till Nigerians all over the world they pass through. So this is not really easy. So make they really try, make they put work for us, make they provide work for students when we say they finish school, and those when we say they still drop out, make they still look for one way or the other to help them. So I know if you talk everything for years, I felt talk and say I'll call live video. So but I just want to tell our people say I don't see another video when they talk say this is the reason why they do that man like that. You know, not say the man inside can anything for happen. So but for me now, waiting at the talk for you say if they can do this to a diplomat man, person when they send go there make it go work in, normally go get everything. But worry about people won't be say they know you'll get anything at all. And secondly, the man talk and say that they talk for donation and say that that is maybe that they deport people be say they not get document. Okay, and many people know they like go embassy if they just come to any country, because the way when they go still treat us for embassy there, the kind of question when they go they ask you as if maybe say that is me and understand that other country if they go their embassy they treat them good, say why you come here, you know, things like that. Try, but for them they go here they abuse people. So that is why many people know they like go embassy the country maybe when their passport when they take on go expire they need to renew. So my people, I go leave the video for them and the new updates. So when the matter explain what it happened to them, I go leave the video for them, make we watch. So subscribe and share that video. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye for now.
To brief you on a on an event that transpired about on Saturday evening, we understand Saturday, regarding a Nigerian diplomat serving in Indonesia. A large number of you would have seen it trending, the video on social media, where he was being restrained by his neck in a moving car. When we saw this, we immediately, in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, contacted the ambassador, our ambassador in Indonesia, who gave us a verbal account of what had transpired and confirmed that the video was indeed of a Nigerian diplomat in Indonesia, and that apparently this took place, this action, illegal action, took place during a roundup by Indonesian immigration officials or search for irregular and illegal migrants in their country. Now, the first thing we did was to request that the ambassador submit to us a full and comprehensive report of what happened, to reach immediately the home ministry, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Jakarta, to lodge a formal and a strong complaint against the actions of these immigration officers, because under international law, the Vienna Convention, diplomats and diplomatic premises are inviolable. And this was a clear breach of the Vienna Convention and an act of egregious international delinquency. Now, the following day, or yesterday, we summoned to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs the ambassador of Indonesia to Nigeria, and again complained in the strongest terms regarding what had taken place, totally unacceptable under any circumstances whatsoever. He, of course, communicated the report that he had received from his capital as to what had transpired. And later, yesterday, in the evening, we received a full and comprehensive report from the Nigerian ambassador in Indonesia, which we have studied and reinforces our previous position that there was absolutely no justification whatsoever for this treatment, for this kind of behavior against not only a diplomat, a Nigerian diplomat, but even if it had taken place against any Nigerian citizen, it was totally unacceptable. And so what we have decided to do is to recall for consultations immediately our Nigerian ambassador in Jakarta in Indonesia, and we will have full consultations at the highest level and decide what next steps to take, including a review, of course, of our relations with Indonesia. We have also requested the Indonesian government to take severe and appropriate sanctions against the immigration officials that were involved in this act of brazen criminality. So this is what I wanted to share with you, and to assure you and through you, the Nigerian public, that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is taking all the necessary steps and strong steps too, and assures the Nigerian people that we will rigorously and robustly defend the interests of Nigeria and Nigerians anywhere in the world. And we'll call on you all to remain patient and calm as we get fully to the bottom of this, for our ambassador to arrive and for the consultations to take place. And we assure you that an appropriate response will be forthcoming. He was apparently in the streets, and they came up to him because the Indonesian immigration officials, we understand, around this time that they are going around looking for illegal immigrants. And indeed, the ambassador of Indonesia, when he was here yesterday, confirmed that. And so that's what they were doing. And they apparently they went to him and asked him. They wanted to see his travel documentation to ensure that he had come in to Indonesia legally. And he protested, and he didn't have, unfortunately, it would appear, all his documentation with him. But he indicated that he was, a diplomat, and that he was in a position to prove that. and accompanied, and this was also confirmed by the Nigerian ambassador, accompanied them, or was willing to accompany them to their office, where he was ready to go and to assert that he was a diplomat and immune from prosecution and all that. So that was what happened. So he now got into the car with them and was going with them to their office. Now, at that point, as we understand it, he was left alone. He was not in any way, shackled or anything like that. But at a certain point, he felt that they had passed where he understood their office was, and they should have been going, and they proceeded beyond that. So he panicked and thought this might be a case of kidnap. And so he, apparently, started to shout. And again, this was confirmed by the Nigerian ambassador in the car. And then he had, I think, some instrument or the other he was able to get. And he wanted to attract the attention of passers-by, and was hitting it on the window of the car. And at that point, they now started to restrain him. And I think that was what came out in the video that was circulating. So this is, what was stated by the Indonesian side and also confirmed by the Nigerian ambassador in his comprehensive report. With regards to the question by the Diplomat magazine, I think that was pretty much the same, along the same lines. Where was he and what did he do? And then how is it being addressed, I think, was also asked, or how is it going to be addressed. So, the ambassador, the report has now come in, and, clearly there was no justification for what happened. He was a diplomat, credited, and so we are, as I said, when he returns, going to look into that, and also we're looking to see also what the Indonesian government is going to do. We've asked for sanctions, appropriate sanctions against these officials. I was also asked to speak to my counterpart, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Indonesia. It's absolutely important for us that the Indonesian government accepts, apologizes, and understands that this was totally unacceptable, and that we see that the Indonesian government is going to address it with the absolute seriousness that it deserves. And we, on our side, will be able, during the consultations, to look at all the options that are available to the government, and we will take the appropriate measures. The Guardian raised the issue regarding other Nigerians in Indonesia. There is a large community of Nigerians in Indonesia, and we have a binational commission. We have a mechanism for bilateral cooperation with Indonesia, and the consular aspect of our relations is obviously a very important one, because there are so many Nigerians in Indonesia, and we have been having complaints about some of the treatment of the Nigerians, and it's something we've been engaging very robustly with the Indonesian government about. And again, this is some of the issues that we do have in a number of countries, and Indonesia is no exception, with a large number of Nigerians, a lot of whom are legal and doing well in the country, and a certain number, unfortunately, who are also illegal and irregular, and so our embassy and our mission there is spending a lot of time engaged in trying to address this issue of some of those Nigerians in Indonesia whose stay is not totally regular, and also who might be engaged in activities that are not because obviously if it's somebody who is new and doesn't know that there are these regular, raids and so forth, and how to respond to it, that it could be, because of his being new. So yeah, that's an interesting question. Well, the reality is actually the opposite. They absolutely do. What we ask all Nigerians, that whenever they go to a foreign country, their first port of call should be the Nigerian embassy or a high commission or whatever to register themselves. Unfortunately, a large number of Nigerians do not do that. In fact, they actually do not even want the mission and embassies to know anything about them or where they are. And it's only when there's an issue, we see something in the social media, or they get into trouble, then they come, running to the embassies. So this is unfortunately what happens. But the ideal situation, Nigerians, whenever you go to a foreign country, please report to the embassy. Register with the embassy so they know where you are, your contact information, and can give you whatever support services you need. And of course, absolutely. So go ahead. Yeah. I mean, as the Honourable Minister has also pointed out, which is a fact, that you have a lot of people in a lot of these countries that claim to be Nigerians, or have Nigerian passports illegally, and we have to deal with this very often. The embassies have to deal with this very often on the issues of deportation. When some of them are being deported and returns, and you find out that that a lot of them are not Nigerians, and that's where our embassies very often intervene to reject some of the deportees being sent to Nigeria, because it's clear that they are not Nigerians. So I think that has
one more question there. It's a question